How's it? English. Welcome to Mongoose Mac Hawaii. Mongoose Mac Hawaii. The channel. Greetings. It is June 6th, Thursday, 2024. But 80 years ago. Oops. 80 years ago, D-day. Which was, I don't know what the D was for. Because they have V-Day for Victory Day. I just thought about it. VE for Victory in Europe Day. V, that was the end of the war. But D-Day, the defense. I don't know what the D was stand. What does D stand for? Anyways, the first operation was called Overlord, so it's not that. The beach was called Normandy. That's on the coast of France. It's a France district. I don't know. So, anyways, 80th. I mean, if it wasn't for this invasion, which it was just the incredibly largest invasion from sea to land, and it was like the biggest invasion, and it was such a logistical monumental thing just to get it to go. And then there was such loss of life, so what do? Say thank you for your service. This is like how many people, soldiers died on the beaches of Normandy alone, rather than just okay. But it says America. That's right, America. Made possible by America and allies in Europe. And so, if it wasn't for this, Hitler could have taken over Europe. It could have been. I don't know. Russia probably could have came in because Russia was on our side against Germany at that time. But, yeah, this was the thing that did the war into, they eventually won World War II, the Allies. So, we have to, democracy, thanks, us living in democracy should be very mindful of that. But I was just thinking, it's the president's there, everyone's there, and all this kind of stuff. But, I had an uncle. He passed away about 88 years old or something like this, 85, a number of years back. And he was my godfather in the Italian Catholic way, not Don Corleone, but he was my godfather and Uncle Tony. And I did not know this until after he had passed away. And then there's those eulogy obituary stories that come out later. What is this thing? I'm sorry, yeah. Did it say guns? So, I didn't know this until after he passed away with those eulogy obituary stories, that my Uncle Tony, late Uncle Tony, was part of D-Day. It was D-Day plus 3. So he wasn't on the invasion of the beach, the most deadliest part, but after they did the most deadliest part, right after that, they landed not just people, but tanks and supplies and jeeps. And he was a master sergeant in command of tanks. So, tanks. Yeah, tanks. But he was a master sergeant involved with the tanks. And I didn't know this until afterwards, but I did know this. There was one of these old memorabilia from war things that wound up when we visited them in our hands, and it was a tank periscope. So I actually had in my hands a tank periscope from D-Day at one particular time. I think somebody else claimed it, siblings. But the tank periscope was like a metal box, like a rectangular, like, say for example, this is like if this was like almost 2 inches thick, about like this, and on the top, running along the top, was a prism, like those rectangular, like Dark Side of the Moon prism, but it was a long prism up here and a long prism down here, and you could detach them and reverse them. But you look down to the prism down here, so it's a long view, long prism down here, and it shows out the top. So it's a periscope for people inside the tank to look outside the tank. So we'll stick it up there so they don't get shot. So it was a tank periscope. Anyways, yeah, I remember my Uncle Tony. Love my Uncle Tony. He was a tough guy. He was pinch your gut there and everything. So anyways, that's my little D-Day story. D-Day +3 Uncle Tony. Not because of my uncle's better than your uncle attitude. It's more like, amazingly, he was part of that D-Day stuff back then. I think another cousin. That's anyways. People in your family, you know. So okay. So, but Hawaii's got news too. You know, I mean, there's like stuff. There's like the cuckoo stuff in the news, of course. I mean, I think, what was it? It's all about kind of politics and twisting the thing, and what was you know, they just want they twist in the politics so Trumpy looks good. That it's all about winning campaign stuff. Anyways, Hawaii's got news too. Don't concentrate too much on that yet. Look. So, warm welcome here. So let's figure out what this is. Okay, Hawaii news. Oh, look, warm welcome. It's the Fest Pack. Whatever Fest Pack. It's a Pacific type festival. So all the Pacific Islanders all over the Pacific, like South Pacific, are doing the cultural get together, kind of a giant powwow. And they're starting it off with the Wa'a ceremony. So it's a welcome ceremony. So they're from like Polynesia, everywhere. There's New Zealand, some Maori from New Zealand, and Cook Islands, and they're also Maori, Cook Islands, and this and that, and that and this, and they're all over from Festival of the Pacific Arts and Culture. Yay! So yeah, it's we all live in the big Pacific Ocean. But it's very Polynesian stuff. Oh, let's see. Basketball, tennis. Next. It was relaxed. Wait, was there some type of relaxing? Like, remember, back in the day in 1968 when we were relaxed, just go to the airport and see King Kamehameha's freaking feather cloak, or what the heck? In 1968, right? The ancient Hawaiian feather cloak and helmet arrived from Scotland. Because, you know, that's where it went, from Scotland. Bishop Museum purchased artifacts for $30,000 from Lord Bruce, who I guess beat Braveheart, right? Whose family owned them since 1792. So that's like King Kamehameha stuff. Displaying the cloak, but those guys, the Bishop Museum directors, I used to work for Bishop Museum for a little bit. Bishop Museum purchased this. This is just amazing. It's made of like yellow and red feathers. This goes around the Cape of the King. This is like from 1792. Oh, can we buy that? It's like holding up like kind of holy grail for Polynesia. Oh gosh. Veterans, World War II. That is Saints preserve us. It doesn't say. This says 80th Why is it D for D-Day? Why is that? D for D-Day? I don't understand. there's something to that. There's always, that's why my uncle Tony was D-Day +3, right? +3 because it's like 3 days later. So it's always what the heck happened? From all those who were present in Normandy today, only Zelensky and a few veterans are still alive. Know what war really is. Yeah, because you got Ukraine right now. They're understanding the importance of this event because Russian President Vladimir Putin took part in the 70th anniversary event in Normandy, along with leaders of France, Germany, and Ukraine. He set up the now defunct Normandy format contact group resolving conflict between Ukraine and Russia, which then focused on the bottom. So yeah, Putin was there 10 years ago. So and then he's like, yeah, man, what's the result? And then now he's just invading. He's doing exactly what you know who did in World War II. Sadly, this no longer is the case today. Blah blah blah. So this is an important thing, because we don't want dictators wanting to be dictators and tyrants in charge of our countries. Moscow could target countries. And it's like North Korea, South Korea. Like my father was in the South Korean thing, a fighter pilot. He didn't see like much battle stuff, but he was out there with the P-51 Mustang planes. Jeez. Okay, let's move it on. There's rockets going out in space, and they're fighting over the Georgia case election and Hunter Biden. And there's rockets going out in space. Killed in Hamas. Oh, God, there's that. Shots fired in embassy in Lebanon. And person with bird flu dies in Mexico. So it's the apocalypse of the Four Horsemen stuff. Oh, and the Wa'a ceremony. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's in Polynesia. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Maybe there's here we go with the, word of the week from Japan. Rando Seru. The hard backpack used by elementary school students. Little hard one, hardcover. Randu Seru. Thank you. That's just in special Pokemon art. Yeah, that's what we need. Special Pokemon art. Godzilla Pokemon. Okay, now it's, oh gosh, before it's gonna be trouble. D-Day. Yeah, it should, you think about. It's a phone call. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm never up this early, but I am.
You're never up this early.
But I am.
Yeah. Hey, you want to be part of my recording?
Yes.
Say hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So what's up? I'll cut this out. Well, I'll cut that.
Oh, okay. Oh, God. Okay. I'm scared.
Most of it out.
Oh, okay.
Because I have to just keep going. Well, if I stop and start, it's like a major crazy. So, yeah.
Oh, God. I just waiting for the servers.
Server? Oh, the servers.
If you want servers, I pay for them every month.
Oh, God.
Yes, every month. It's gonna end in September.
Cryptocurrency is expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's called Capital
Investment.
Capital expenditure. Capital intensive. That's the term in blockchain. Blockchain is capital intensive.
Capital intensive. I mean, you gotta pay a lot of money.
Real money to maintain. A little lesson for you and I this morning. We have our own servers we pay for, sir. Ethereum, it's a token. You can have a token as a founder. You can have a little token on Ethereum without paying any fees. You, sir, having a node in your house, you're one of the decentralized nodes now. So even if Michael goes kaboom bust in September, we can be okay. That's the beauty of having a decentralized infrastructure or dual blockchain. We have over 53 nodes, 50, 60 nodes that are decentralized, making records forever and ever. Anyways, that's the lesson for this morning, dear friends.
Look, I found a novel for you for your
Change of
next
subject.
plane
Yes,
flight.
what you got?
Your plane flight, another novel for you.
The silence. Oh no! Not the silence of the lambs.
Yes, you can. You can read. You can read this on the plane.
No, thank you. I will keep my brain occupied with something happier than silence of the
I
lambs.
tell you what,
What the hell?
you can
On the hill.
you can pretend to read this on the plane so you do not get disturbed. You can go like this. Don't disturb me, Clarice. That is very rude.
Can you imagine? Leave me alone. I'm not wearing a t-shirt. I'm the exorcist.
Mother always says it's important to try something new.
As you eat your food on the plane.
I'm the exorcist. I'm exercising my demons right now. Thank God.
I brought my own food. So,
Exciting times. Booked my plane tickets. I was up until 12:30, fell asleep, and I just woke up at 6 a.m. Brian Bushy-tailed. I'm just, excited. I'm just like, let's go.
excited. Let's go.
I ran 5 miles, 4.5 miles yesterday too.
4.5 miles.
Yeah, cramming the life into my life.
Okay,
Trying to cram life.
let me call you back in about 4 minutes, maybe sooner. Okay? So we can talk better. Okay. Oh, okay. So, D-Day. Yes, it's a solemn case. Michael was he once a Marine. So just do this one little one. Do this one. Aloha needs to replace calls for violent action. It has been reported that more than 1/3 of U.S. voters are MAGA supporters. Hopefully, majority of this number are not extremists who have called for violent retribution following Donald Trump's hush money trial. Quote, 1 million men armed need to go to Washington and hang everybody. Ooh. That's the only solution. Quote, Trump should already knows he has an army willing to fight and die for him if he says the words, I'll take up bombs, if he asks. And, quote, time to start capping some lefties. Eek, sick. This cannot be fixed by voting. If Trump encourages these calls to action, another January 6th could happen. Is this how we're going to make America great again? Riots, revolution, violent retribution? In our urge to survive and thrive, reconciliation is what is needed, and shared initiatives we can practice are the Golden Rule and Aloha to all. Jay Kanani Kihara Kaneohi. Thank you, Jay, for thank you for that. Yes, let's hope these MAGAs don't go riot on the street or at some whatever places, or they send out the information about where people live and stuff like that. Anyways, it's D-Day. Time to remember that, sometimes we gotta fight for democracy. In our case, we can do ballots over bullets. We can vote. That's the thing. Vote. So anyways, it's Thursday. Aloha to all, and have a reflective morning. Steel gray reflective morning. Oh my gosh. Aloha to all. The beaches over here are great out. Aloha.